Is this heaven?
No, it's a podcast. Welcome to the Field of Geeks podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 123 of the Field of Geeks podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Megan.
I'm Mitch.
And I'm Josh. No, we did that last week. It was pretty fun.
Let's just make an entire podcast of just laughs.
Yes. I'm working on a best of. It's going to
Really?
take a long time.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would be hilarious if you found stuff from the original first podcast.
Oh, there's a lot of great stuff.
How many hours long is that?
The first one?
Yeah.
I thought you guys said it was a couple hours, wasn't it?
2
Was
to
it?
3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just went for it. Yeah. No editing or anything.
No, so you probably hear cans opening.
Yeah.
So I go to the page like frequently, and I like read, like I read things. So somebody had commented that you sound like Chris Pratt,
Yes.
and I would
I'll
have
take
to.
that.
No, and I'd have to agree. I think you do sound a lot like Chris Pratt.
I'll take his money.
And then I've heard from several people that your laugh, Mitch, is like contagious. Like it's just it's
Yeah.
out there, it's in your face, and if it's not funny, they're gonna laugh anyway.
Right.
So I am actively watching our comments,
That's
and I'm
great.
taking in that feedback.
Yeah, we love feedback.
Yeah.
Taking it and running with it.
Everyone listening, yeah, more feedback the better.
We do appreciate feedback.
We do. We appreciate everything. So, including a listen.
Yes.
And you can find us on all social media. And
Even the Twitter?
yes, the Twitter.
Oh, not that kind.
Is it curable?
I can't believe you guys didn't know that existed.
No.
Yeah.
You have to love small town Iowa ads, you know?
Oh, yeah. You don't have to, but yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Sure.
Whenever it becomes politics season, I always make my own stuff up.
I hate.
No,
I hate that season.
no,
so
I
much.
love it because it's just like anything and everything is just questioned hardcore.
Yeah.
You know, so I'll start going after Allie and my politic ads on Facebook.
She likes green beans. How dare she?
She says she likes green beans, but did you know? It's just a smear
funny.
campaign.
Does she take that well?
Yeah, for the most part. I went after one politician and she told me to take it down, so.
Hey, you know, wives help.
Yeah, she's kind of my Zuckerberg before I get zucked.
Yeah, right.
You know, yeah.
Well, we got a lot of cool things to talk about this week. Huge surprise I didn't see coming. James Gunn's been reinstated by Disney.
Yeah.
He's going to be doing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
He used the extra life button.
Apparently.
In the video game.
Yes,
Yeah.
apparently. For those who don't know, he was fired back in July. He did some bad tweets or a tweet years and years ago. This was before he even did Guardians. And so they were just words.
Yeah.
And he apologized for him. Said, that time he was a different person. He met with Disney Studios chairman Alan Horn on several occasions to talk about the situation. And then Horn had a change of heart and hired him back after all this time. They were going to use his script for Guardians 3, and all the cast really wanted him to come back, and Dave Bautista was very outspoken about his dislike for Disney's decision. So, yeah.
At least they all kept it classy. You know, they didn't
Yeah.
go after Disney
That's what
in
also
particular.
helped.
Yeah.
Them treated it very professionally.
It was all treated very high
Yes.
level, very respectable, and it
Yes.
wasn't like, oh, this is the worst company, and here's what happened, and, here's other things that have happened. It was all done very tastefully. And,
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
And, while we've all said one thing or another back in the day that was probably off color,
we all say stupid things,
It's just they're high profile.
Yeah.
And if you got to put yourself in a position where, let's say you said that, and you got fired for whatever reason, but then you tried to plead your case, and then got asked to come back or didn't get asked to come back. I
Right.
mean,
But what a lot of people don't realize also is that James Gunn has done a lot of behind-the-scenes work for these other Marvel movies.
Yes.
Even Avengers, the latest Avengers, he was producing some of that stuff, and I guess he's been back for quite a while before this even dropped.
Really?
Yeah. So it's something that you said it. If you're ever lucky enough to get rehired back, which my God, I don't agree with what he said.
Yeah.
Funny as though it may be, but you got to be careful what you put anywhere.
Right.
That's just a cautionary tale.
This was long ago before he worked for Disney. Like if he was working for Disney at the time,
and then
totally understand it.
Yeah.
Totally understand it. But I think eventually he could be forgiven either way and brought back. He said things, but he didn't do anything. Like his actions didn't.
Yeah. It's not like
That's a
Bryan
big
Singer
difference. Yeah, that's a huge difference to me. But yeah, I think that's still something. It's tough in the public or even privately. Like how long does someone have to suffer? Let's say, when can they come back? And Mel Gibson, he said some stupid things.
Oh
years
God,
back.
yeah. No,
Yes.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, well, people still don't drop it, and it's like, dude, you're in the industry. I know someone made a joke. I think Trevor Noah made a joke at the Globes or something. I just think like that's just beating a dead horse. Like he says something stupid, he's come back, he's making films again. Just let the guy go. I mean,
Charlie Sheen.
He's still kind of, I don't know. There really probably isn't a right answer, but the funny thing is it's an industry that makes a lot of movies about, overcoming things and growing as a person, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why can't you do that in real life? Forgive somebody.
Isn't it weird, though, with Charlie Sheen? It was like, he had these antics, and everybody was like, he's going to the nut house. But then it's like, oh, and he also has AIDS. Okay, now it makes sense as to why he was acting out. And then everybody,
But everybody thought it was funny at the time.
Well,
like when he was doing it, everybody was like, this is
Tiger
the shit.
Blood, wasn't it?
Adonis DNA. Yeah. I had an app on my phone that had little snippets of his phrases.
I did too.
Just so I could find the right time to insert him into a conversation,
I had some laughs with it, but overall I was like embarrassed for his family and himself. Like, dude, you could have maybe had some movie roles. Like, you just kind of
he
pissed all over your career again.
Yeah.
He's a talented guy. Hot Shots, all
God,
his
that was a
old
great movie.
early stuff, Platoon, and all that was great stuff. So it's a shame that I don't know if he'll be in movies anymore. I mean, he doesn't look too good either.
No,
physically, what
I haven't
he's falling apart.
Looked at him in a while.
I think he has HIV. Well, last time I saw him, he was on the Today Show, and
is he super skinny?
It's not aging well, but it's like I think he just it's
well, years
rode
of drug
hard,
abuse.
put away wet. The phrase, he's just
years of drug abuse have taken their toll. Finally,
right. I think he's just
that's not just
sadly an embarrassment to his family. Let's get back on track here. Currently, Gunn is working on Suicide Squad 2 for Warner Brothers, so most likely Guardians 3 will take place after he's done with Suicide Squad. I know he's written Suicide Squad 2. I think he's going to direct it, but maybe he'll just stay on as a producer-writer. I'm not quite sure.
Sounds like a soft reboot in many ways.
Yes, it's actually been the producer of Shazam, Peter Safran, he said that it's a total reboot. They're ignoring everything before, and he said the script is very solid. Gunn's script. So,
can I just say that the music that they have chosen for that film is badass? Shazam. Did you guys see that?
No.
Yeah.
My name is.
Yeah.
That's the latest
I mean, not
advertisement.
just that, but I mean, there's a lot of other like hip hop that's in it as well.
Oh,
and
cool.
I really like that vibe. Have you not seen it? You need.
I've
to.
seen the previews.
So the first time we talked about it, I was kind of like, because I think I'd only seen the original one, and then when I went to go see Captain Marvel, they had another trailer, and I was like,
that's the latest one.
Awesome.
Yeah, next month it's coming out. It looks great, and it's a low budget film, so it should make a profit for sure. It probably won't be like headline profits, but it looks fun. It looks like a movie you can take your kids to. Everyone gets to enjoy it.
It's finally a DC movie that isn't all dark.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what
gradually getting. I mean,
they're
Aquaman
stepping out of
wasn't
that.
completely dark. It had a lot of humor in it. This is like I think this is their Ant-Man basically.
Well, even some discussion around do we really need Superman if we have Shazam?
Well,
to the point where
yeah, in the comics, I think Billy Batson is the kid. he idolizes Superman. He kind of makes Shazam in his image. So I'm really hoping for a Cavill cameo. Like, I'm hoping they're just keeping it under wraps. Because if they do that,
cool. Yeah.
that confirms Cavill's still on as Superman. And we'll hopefully see him again. I don't trust everything I see anymore, read, because everyone wants the headline. So it's really tough. It's just like the old days. Until you see it,
Right.
You could say anything. But yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Yeah, and Zachary Levi, he got a lot of, and some of us critiqued the costume in the beginning about the padding. He really did work out. He's posted his photos without a shirt, and dude's jacked. I mean,
nice.
Yeah. You ladies out there, and men, of course. I'm
Not
actually
yet,
having
but I'll Google it later.
I'm having a poster
I was
made.
kind and
I'm having a
rewind.
poster made, so it's inspiration, No, he did work out, and because everyone sees Chuck as a slim guy, but the weight's hard.
Now that you mentioned it, from what I saw, it did look extra padded.
Right.
Like it was fake.
But
you know what I mean?
But
I think that's the
kind of
vibe.
captures.
Yeah.
This superhero is like an ultimate, like what a god would look like. 'Cause that's Shazam. So pristine, and I don't think you're ever gonna see him without his shirt because it's just like it appears and disappears.
I don't know why he reminds me of Mr. Clean. Like,
What with hair?
yeah,
You talking about the villain, maybe?
yeah.
Oh, the villain with the one eye that's all.
No,
colorful?
no. I'm talking about no, not the villain.
Oh, just his persona.
yeah,
Maybe he could do a movie someday for
Mr. Clean.
Hard R, maybe. He kills people and cleans up afterwards. That's the secret. With a smile on his face.
Doesn't say anything, just smiles
Yes.
the entire time.
Right.
And winks at people.
So yeah, I take it we're all excited about Gunn's return to Guardians. I was happy they were going to do use the script, but I was worried about the direction. There was so much talk about who could take over. Taika Waititi, who did Thor Ragnarok, I think would have been a good fit. But yeah, I think it's good for Gunn to finish his trilogy, if you will. Like, he just has a good knack for, especially the first one with the music. Like, everything is just perfect.
That was cool.
Second one was more character development, I think, more serious.
Still awesome, though.
I liked it. Yeah, I still enjoyed it. I spoilers. I was bummed that Kurt Russell was a bad guy, but
I mean, you know what? Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
dang it. I
But
know.
you didn't feel bad about him being a bad guy.
No, but
Like, you kind of felt like, all right, he's
I feel
weird.
like I
He's
had
just
like
charming. He's so charming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he built up like all this momentum. Like, oh, now we know who his father is, and then it's like
They're
he's
playing
an
catch
ass.
with that
Yeah.
orb thing,
Yeah.
and yeah. And it's good casting. Like, it looks like Chris Pratt, and I actually watched some of it a day or so ago. It's just beautifully shot. Like,
Oh, yeah.
colors pop. That beginning scene with the Mustang, blue Mustang through the countryside.
Oh, yep.
So yeah, that was really cool. And the de-aging, which it's
They've gotten good at that.
they're getting really good at it. Yeah, there's still maybe a few flaws, but
Captain Marvel, I mean, Samuel
Yeah.
Jackson, I mean,
we'll get there.
Good
But yeah,
Lord.
I didn't see any flaws with Jackson. Like,
No.
he looked, and the dude's 70. My great grandma was in an apartment at
Yeah.
70, with a walker or a cane, and it's like this dude's
Yeah.
running around.
when he shaves his face and his head, I mean,
Yeah.
he does not look
Makes
old at
everyone
all.
look
Yeah.
young. Yeah.
I was gonna. Has anybody like done a side by side to see if there's like a huge? I mean, obviously we know he doesn't look that young, but
Right. Yeah, I think I've seen a couple of those
I
online.
should look it up.
It looks pretty good.
What was weird is seeing how skinny he was in that
Marvel,
movie. Yeah.
he probably dropped a
Oh, I
lot of weight.
didn't
I
even
bet.
pay attention to that.
Yeah. Like, he was fit.
What about Suicide Squad 2? Do you guys want the reboot, or do you?
I don't know.
Would you rather it have gone maybe?
I still want Harley Quinn in there.
I think she's
in
the
there?
only one coming back.
Okay,
It's
then
like
I'm
when
fine.
It's like when they rebooted James Bond. They kept Judi Dench.
And
they just
Deadshot's-
reworked her whole character.
Deadshot's not going to be Will Smith anymore,
Yeah,
so
it'd be Idris Elba.
which I think might even be better.
Good for him. Yeah. You know what? I liked. Will Smith's Deadshot was kind of a highlight for that movie. I loved the flashback scenes with Batman in the alleyway.
Yeah.
Like, I like how they did Gotham there. But
The only problem is now you're not going to be able to do Batman because there is no Batman.
right. I know.
So, you're going to have some continuity issues there where you didn't with
Well, it's
Suicide
just gonna
Squad
be
original.
ignored.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you saying if they would have went forward? Maybe is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, if Ben Affleck was still in it, they could have gone forward and helped. But I think the fact that the Justice League itself didn't do it, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I did hear the other day
They're tweaking a
that
lot.
Batman vs Superman is starting to become a cult classic
I
movie.
did see that, yeah.
Which is interesting to note.
I like the Ultimate Cut. It really, I think, explains all the subplots better than what we got. And supposedly Snyder's going to tour a 4-hour cut of the film. So, did you find the comparison?
Holy crap.
I did. Now, did they... I mean, the hair.
It doesn't look like they touched him up that much.
No, but like, I mean, you can't grow hair.
No, that's fake.
Okay.
That's a wig.
Yeah, that's a wig.
They have great wigs in Hollywood.
Yeah.
If the budget's there.
Yeah, if the budget's there, yeah.
But yeah, I don't see maybe his eyes, like he looks a little tired, and I could see how they might have cleaned that up a little bit.
Yeah, but they didn't do much.
Anything outside of that, he looks like
it almost felt like an origin movie for two people.
Yeah.
And I know we're going to talk about this later in the segment, but it really did.
Yeah, and I'm glad they didn't recast him,
Yeah.
He's just such a big persona. That man has done so many films and has played so many different people. It's crazy, when I see this Nick Fury, how he's all charming and he's youthful, I'm like, wow, he was just in Hateful Eight a couple years back.
Right.
And it's like, wow, it's just the tones he can portray. It's crazy.
Was it the last couple
so
times?
Talented.
A couple times ago, I came on here and I just randomly happened to catch like a little tidbit of Jurassic Park, and I saw him in that. I was like, what?
Yeah, right.
Before he hit big, right before.
Damn it!
Pulp
I hate
Fiction.
this heck of crap.
I think Jurassic Park was 93.
Like, what if Samuel Jackson is actually really in all the movies and we just don't know it?
He's right.
Little tiny.
He's coming to America.
What?
He holds up the McDowell's
You're kidding.
restaurant. Yep. Akeem knocks him down.
Wow.
And he was in Do the Right Thing. He's been in a lot of.
So he's really
films.
in everything Hollywood's
Yeah,
done.
pretty much. Yeah,
pretty much. And he's all over the '90s films too. Before he hit it big, he Loaded Weapon 1.
Yeah,
Remember
that was a great movie.
I know. I want to get that.
They need to make a 2.
They won't though.
No.
They were doing the Hot Shots thing. And
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen actually had a cameo in it. It was
Yeah,
funny.
Emilio. That's the one time that I really laughed
Validate.
really hard. That I started this prank where oh yeah, well these matches say you're lying, and then they open up the matchbook and it says underneath you're lying, and
Yeah.
he goes,
You got Tim Curry in the beginning dressed as a Girl Scout or Wilderness Girl. Wilderness Girl. He got pigtails and the beard.
Oh my goodness.
And they do like the how they in the film they give you the setting this is the location.
William Shatner's in it too.
Yeah,
he's a bad guy.
He well anyway they give you the location and then they tell you the temperature. That's so funny.
He goes into the gas station and opens up an ammo book, and you remember all the pamphlets that just keep on falling out.
Yeah.
Every page.
Isn't it up to his waist when he walks away? Oh man, that movie's so good.
Oh god,
And
that
then,
is such a great movie.
And then I don't know if you've seen Lethal Weapon 2, where Murtaugh is on the toilet. There's a bomb. He can't get up. So they have that scene in there, and you kind of predict it's a bomb. he bursts in, Emilio and Jackson on the toilet. Emilio's like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Nothing. Just taking a shit."
The footsie scene was really funny too. In there.
Oh my god, you gotta see that movie. I don't know.
Clearly do.
Whoever's listening out there, if you could tell us where we could find it, I'm sure. I'm sure we could locate it.
It's not streaming anywhere. That much I know.
Oh gosh, I have not seen that in years. Great film. But yeah. Well, moving on.
Weapon.
The Flash. We're talking about DC. Ezra Miller. He's I guess writing a script right now with comic creator Grant Morrison. Yeah, it's kind of scary, right?
It intrigues Megan.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
I'm
supposedly,
easily intrigued.
the
You don't
directors
say.
John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein, they want a light approach for the movie, and Miller wants to go a little darker. So,
Ooh, dark would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Let's go that direction.
well, there's reports he's clashing with the directors about the vision, and Miller wants to secure his spot. So he's basically going over the directors' heads to the studio. I know. But Grant Morrison, he's a very talented comic book writer, creator. He's done Justice League of America and All-Star Superman. So the script could be good, but yeah, these directors
But
probably
you gotta pull.
these
Yeah.
directors
Side.
they did Game Night. I don't know if you've seen Game Night.
No.
I think they did.
That was a TV show, wasn't it?
No, Game Night is well, it may have been, but no, Game Night was maybe a year ago or so. Jason Bateman.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I was thinking Sports Night.
It
That
was
was
a
a TV
good,
show.
funny film. So I could see the Flash with that tone, I guess.
There's some darkness to the Flash, though.
If Shazam's a huge hit, I could definitely see him like, no, we're sticking with this funnier tone. We're just going to do that.
Flash's origin story. I'd like to know that.
His mom basically gets killed or something like that, and
his father gets framed for the murder.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of a tough story in the beginning.
Yeah, he gets his powers from lightning.
Darker would be better.
Yeah, in the beginning, I think it would be.
Maybe you could give it like that Batman feel from Dark Knight, and yeah.
It wouldn't be too bad. I think there's a lot of comedy options there because the Flash can be kind of comedic and
he was
sassy.
In Justice League,
yeah,
for sure. But that might have been like overcorrection from Whedon. I don't know. I'm sure there was
some in
there, but I can see why he wants to go a little dark. He doesn't want to be known as like a goofy Flash, and maybe that's what he's afraid of. But yeah, his deal expires in May, so his script could be turned in next week. They said at the earliest, so we'll see. I don't know. They might be recasting the Flash.
So what happens? Do you get paid that entire time when you're?
I think for your whole deal you do, and he's also worked on those Harry Potter prequel films.
Oh
gosh, were the Fantastic Beasts? Mm-hmm. So that's Warner Brothers too.
Yeah.
So he's probably got a good deal with the studio.
Oh, I'm sure.
But, yeah, we'll see.
I don't think that we're in a position where we should keep recasting these DC.
Yeah, it's getting old.
No, I don't want to recast him. I hope they can work it out. If they do recast him though, I would prefer someone who's a little bit more muscular, not Schwarzenegger, but just someone. I don't know. Flash to me is from the comics, and John Wesley shipped Flash. He's just big, but I get he's kind of small and quirky.
They haven't gotten the suit right to me yet.
Well, that was a prototype though. I forgive it for that.
Yeah.
I kind of dug some of it. Like I got the poster right here. Like I like the helmet and the wiring here is kind of goofy.
It doesn't need to be metal. It was never metal.
Mm-hmm. It's like a space shuttle material. I think that's what they said. He made it himself.
Yeah.
So obviously
makes sense.
Still have to get get it tweaked, but that'll be interesting to see how that unfolds. I'm not sure. They recast. I guess they recast. I mean, Ben Affleck is gone, so
I know.
Which is like, how are you going to replace him? A lot of people want Robert Pattinson.
Why, though?
They want him for the Batman film, the Matt Reeves, which is like a noir origins take on the character. But
I guess he's like, I've seen him in a few things that he did outside of the franchise.
He's a good actor,
and he's good.
The best actor in Twilight.
I don't know why.
No, I think the best acting in Twilight's the scenery. That's it.
You know what though? Kristen Stewart has gone on to do a lot of like really interesting independent films.
I think she's talented.
She's
sure,
pretty good at.
It's just,
so I just think that maybe
they're cranking those out too.
Yeah.
So they didn't have time.
Yeah.
They had time to do a digital baby, which I heard was terrible. But
digital baby,
like a CGI baby. Yeah. That they had and they carried, and face just looked so screwed up. Yeah.
It looked like Henry Cavill's mustache.
It was all mustache.
It was baby legs, feet, and mustache.
Yeah, they've talked about her for Batgirl. I'd be okay with that. I think she would be a great Batgirl.
For honestly. Her as Batgirl?
I do, yeah.
I haven't given it a whole lot of thought. Who are the other contenders?
For Batgirl?
Yeah.
Emma Stone, maybe? Emma Stone would be great.
She'd be good, yeah.
She probably won't sign a multi-picture deal, though.
Jennifer Lawrence, she's amazing. I love her, but she's like
doing Mystique, though, and I don't know. I think she's too big for those. They've really, we're getting into X-Men territory, but they've really cut back on the makeup for Mystique.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's because of her. She wants to be seen more, because she's a big star. I think that hurts the character overall. I don't know. It's just like with Avengers and stuff, how they got the nanotech now, so you can quickly see the actor's face. And it just takes it away, what they're trying to pull off to me. It just feels a little stupid. Like, I liked when Iron Man's helmet used to open just like that, and you see the face. Mm-hmm. Keep it that way. Don't do this nano thing. It looks like it's just dusted on a person, I
can see, though, how, like, they evolve.
Yeah, I get
so
it.
Do
I get
their...
it. That's the only thing I wasn't sold at with the Infinity War. Just the nanotech seemed... Towards the end, when that last battle with Thanos was great. Because he's running out of nanos, and his leg was exposed, and he's like, he's trying to give all the energy to the cannons or whatever he was doing. But that gets us into Avengers territory. Mm-hmm. The new trailer broke, which I hope it's the last trailer, but they're doing really good not telling us everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What would you guys think about it?
You.
It sucks.
Oh my god! I just like smacked my face on this. No wonder you need to wash it.
Editing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll wash it eventually.
What is it that we're talking about?
Oh, the microphone cover.
Now back to your
You guys are
regularly
getting
scheduled program.
behind the scenes here.
Yeah.
The making of documentary that no one's filming right now. That'd be cool to do someday, wouldn't it?
It would.
Like, how'd you guys start? Well,
It all happened when?
we have these actors, like really good looking dudes with like full heads of hair.
Yeah.
Muscular. Like, yeah, man. Geek out.
I was just
Drinking Corona.
Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah.
no.
But
I was just gonna say that I'm
drunk?
yeah. No, I'm excited. Actually, even more excited for the movie to come out in April to see it. And I watched. Why did you guys look at each other very strangely?
I looked at the computer.
Oh, I watched like a video that like kind of broke down the trailer because I wasn't necessarily sure, and I haven't seen all the Captain America movies.
You haven't?
No.
Which ones have you seen?
I think just Winter Soldier, to be honest.
That's okay.
Yeah. I
But-
think
Oh,
it'll be
good,
fun.
but
yeah.
When you
Winter
see
Soldier's a good start.
When you see the trailer, some of that kind of plays into,
Yeah.
and so I feel like I need to actually go and watch those. And then I know that they've got that scene from Iron Man from like 2008.
Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I think I did see that one.
I
Yeah.
love that film.
The original.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like tying it all together.
Showing all the origins of
Yes.
the big guys like Thor and stuff. I like
Yeah.
how they did that with the black and white, and then they had the red in every shot. Yeah, it makes you sad. Made me sad anyways. Like, ah, damn it,
And then there was talk about how
like it's ending. Feels like-
Hawkeye, you have that scene with his daughter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Like
great.
Is that like a passing of the torch type thing?
Yeah, there's talk that she.
Or is she dead, like gone?
Well, I think that's what happens. He becomes Ronin, which is in the comics. Hawkeye becomes, and I think other characters become. It's kind of like I think it's like a Punisher-like character, darker, like kills people.
because he's got the knives, right? Is that what
He's got
I
the
understood?
sword, and he
yeah.
like wipes the blood off his sleeve. And
Yeah.
he's rocking the mohawk, which I'm digging. But yeah, I can only imagine like because he probably lost his whole family, and it just turns him. But yeah, that scene with the daughter shooting the arrow, and I was like, wow, that's really a good scene for parents, like to understand what he's going through and the smile on his face and all that. But
So then that
yeah.
means he's gonna. So I've always been like, I teeter on him a little bit because he seems like he could be badass, but he's not really badass. And now
Yeah.
is he gonna be super badass?
I think
I
so.
think
yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Ronan's more of a beefed up Hawkeye.
Yeah, very serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there's a scene where Cap's telling him like, we're gonna do all what it takes to get this right, and yeah. So yeah, it looks really intense.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
I feel like I can't watch anymore because I'm just gonna be like,
I know.
want to see it right now.
We just live
Yeah.
in such a great time. You remember when they used to make a comic book film before they were like very popular, and you had to wait 3-4 years for the next chapter, and it's like, my gosh, and it's only been a year. So now we just got Captain Marvel, and then late next, and we'll have Shazam in between, and then next late April we'll get Avengers Endgame, which I'm excited. Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Maybe I'll go and watch that at the new IMAX theater.
You should do that.
I should.
I will talk about that. But what do you think about the spacesuits? Or they don't say they
The
say
quantum
it's-
suits?
They say the what?
Quantum suits?
Yeah, you think
Yeah.
that's what it is? The realm suits? They're
It's
not
gotta be.
spacesuits? Yeah.
I think a lot of it revolves around time travel. I think
I'm sure it does. Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause they've recreated the Avenger scene at the end in the first movie. I know they've done that, and they're all wearing these devices. So yeah, I think Scott Lang's they're figuring out how to. It's gonna be very interesting how it all comes together. Infinity War is so great, and I don't really find anything wrong with that movie. Like,
No.
I've watched it several times. It's just so damn good, and I kind of wish they got a Oscar for the special effects, especially with Thanos.
right.
Man, they just pulled that off. You got Steppenwolf the same year or like months apart, and it's like, wow, that looks like 10 years old.
Right.
This looks brand new. It's just crazy.
Now, I might be, and I need clarification here because I haven't read.
We'll try.
Right. So they all, if I'm Infinity War, they bleed blue, right?
They what?
The The people from the other planet. What?
Oh, Titan?
Yeah, they were bleeding blue. Correct?
Kree bleeds blue. Thanos, I thought, was red.
Well, because
I can't remember.
Hold on, if you look at the shot, if you look at the trailer, you see it where Scarlett Johansson, she gets blue on her face. So
that's at the end of Infinity War when they just killed one of the aliens. Yeah, it was one of Thanos's children, adoptive children, soldiers, whatever. Yeah, Black Widow got splashed with the blood when she got,
which is blue.
Yes. So I don't know, maybe most aliens, but I think Thanos is red because he wipes his blood and you see red when he's battling Tony Stark. So yeah, it just depends on which planet. Maybe she's part Kree or something.
Well, I didn't know if since Captain Marvel is back, like if there was some play on like her world as well.
Could be.
You know?
Could be. They did touch on it in Guardians of the Galaxy because Ronan, the Accuser, was the bad guy in that, and he was also in Captain Marvel. He's Kree. So something
is that the same actor that played Ronan?
Yep.
Is it? Okay, I was wondering.
Have the war paint on.
Yeah. Okay, that's the difference. Okay.
He's still not a good person, but he's not as bad.
Wait. He was who in Captain Marvel?
Remember at the end where they, spoiler, they bring in the ships. They're called the destroyers.
Yes, I remember that.
He's the main dude.
Oh,
that's Ronan.
And
same
where
actor,
he makes that comment about like they're
we'll
gonna
for
her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Although Guardians, I think he died, so that's not happening.
Did he though?
Well, I guess that's up in the air still. But also they said any follow-ups to Captain Marvel could still be before the events in Guardians and so on. So
do they try to link all these movies in a way? Like, should I just go back and like?
This is the most successful universe ever created in films. James Bond aside, I mean, James Bond hasn't been like constant. Like they've rebooted here and there, changed canon. This has all been, and there's probably a few things they messed up on. There's just so much to take in. But yeah, this is the first linked up, massive storytelling.
20 movies worth,
It's incredible. It's incredible. It should get an Oscar, but they have to make up a category for it.
Yeah, they would. I think the trailer showed some foreshadowing with the black and white features of
probably
going back in time. Mm-hmm. To who could possibly not make it to the end, being Cap and Iron Man. Who knows? I know that they said that they'd only show the first 20 minutes of the movie in the previews, so we don't know much beyond that as far as what's happening. But I think those suits are foretelling to maybe going back in time a little bit.
I think so. Yeah.
And we'll see. I don't want any more previews, though.
No.
I think we've seen enough. Any more, and it's going to start spoiling things for us.
Yeah, exactly.
So who do you think is not gonna make it?
I think it's Cap.
For sure, Cap and Iron Man.
I don't think Iron Man, only because they kind of teased that already, and I don't see them going for that again with Thanos. You know, when he got stabbed, I thought, that's it. And I don't know if they're going to go for that again. You know, the kill.
Why do you think they would choose to end off their stories?
Or
just because they're bringing in Phase 4.
They're bringing in new characters. Like, eventually they'll have young Avengers, which Hawkeye's daughter, I think, is in. So,
and I think Kevin Feige already said that Captain Marvel was supposed to be like the flagship, like Iron Man was.
She'll be the lead for the cosmic universe. Yeah. That's the next phase. It's cosmic. So they'll go away from Earth, which that's a gamble.
It is. It's a big gamble.
But I think they've proven they can make it work. So just make the stories, keep them good.
Are you going to cry?
I don't know.
I think some of us.
I don't want Cap to die. I just see him.
I teared up a little bit.
Sacrifice with his, his shield and everything. Just I see something like that happening. But again, it's Marvel. Not everyone's dead. They come back somehow, some way. So it's gonna be anxiety driven, just like Infinity War was.
Yeah.
Towards the end, I was just like, oh my god, this is too much.
Yeah.
That battle with Tony and Thanos was like, whoa. Yeah, because when he stabbed him, like, oh, that's it. He's dead.
Right.
Then he put shaving cream in his. No, he didn't. He had that foam stuff that. When his life was spared, he sprayed himself with expanding foam.
You remember the strangest things.
Well, because he did it in the ship.
Shaving cream on nipples, Banner's butt.
Banner ass.
I'm trying to think, was there something else?
That's why I do this
Banner's
show.
butt.
I have to share this knowledge with people. Yes. So, yeah, I love that close-up with Cap towards the end. The mask.
Yeah, what's that about?
Dirty, just in a battle.
That's got to be his last stand.
Great.
He just got stabbed.
I only asked if you were going to be emotional because I feel like I might be emotional.
I might. I don't know.
I hate it when good people die.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not excited for the last season of Game of Thrones.
That's going to be a bloodbath.
I have not seen it, so.
You've not seen it at all?
I've seen clips.
No, I mean, have you
That
seen
nudity,
the series in
but-
general?
That wasn't why.
What did you say?
I like how a lot of people are like, and I'm not saying Game of Thrones is a bad show, but I know most people watch it for the nudity.
I never
To be
did.
honest.
I don't watch it for the
I
nudity
didn't
at
say
all.
you guys. I just said most people.
I mean, it's there.
Especially kids, like, I have no idea what's going on.
storyline.
Boobies.
I'm obsessed with the storyline.
The storyline's amazing. It makes me mad when they kill off somebody that I
Maybe,
Really
uh,
like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe I'll go rent
But at the same time, I
seasons and
like
catch up.
it.
Yeah, like
You
you're
know,
like,
like-
okay, we're done with this guy. Now we can move on to the next story.
Right.
Even though you're forced to it.
No, I didn't mean to change the subject. I'll never get over the red wedding.
Yeah.
Just
That
never,
was the single hardest.
Wedding.
ever
Yeah.
get over that.
Oh.
I'm still mad about
You
it.
weren't invited?
Just
Have you not seen the series?
Oh, I haven't.
oh god, you
I
gotta
heard it
watch
was a
it.
bloodbath.
Yeah.
Right? That's why it's called the Red
Terrible.
Wedding.
And it was like your favorite characters. It was
Yeah.
your it's like my favorite. It's my. I prefer that bloodline. If I'm gonna pick a bloodline, it's that
Yeah.
one.
It's a lot of incest in that bloodline. If I'm
Not in that one.
Not in that
Oh,
one.
okay.
No.
I'm thinking of
I know the dragon lady
Westeros,
and Jon Snow. They're together now, and they're
Lannisters.
brother and sister, aren't they?
No.
Well,
They're related.
We haven't gotten that.
Get the
far
banjo
yet.
out.
We haven't gotten that far yet.
There's a lot of people who were bastard children in that movie,
Yeah.
in that show. Yeah.
They have like crossed eyes, like,
No, I wouldn't say that far. I mean, if we're going
Punch
back in
backs.
history, there's not
I know, yeah, I know.
that much inbreeding done in the world yet. So
Yes.
I
they're
think
still pretty normal.
when the series is done, I'll go and read the books because I hear the books are really good, but I just haven't. I
Yeah.
won't do it.
Well, they had to, because at the time, I think he's still writing the ends.
Yeah, he
the
hasn't
story.
finished it
So
yet.
they had to like divert and to go into
I
their own
haven't
thing.
read any of them.
There's a prequel series in development too, I think.
Is there?
So there's more coming, but it'll be
Before
other
Game of
characters.
Thrones?
I think so. Like
That'd be nice.
long before. Yeah,
Maybe we'll get to see the baby mountain.
sure.
That would be awesome.
I don't know what that is.
Baby Mountain.
The guy who is named Mountain.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
We'll
yes,
see him
yes,
like
sorry,
born or
sorry.
something like that.
I was thinking like.
I
a
really got to
Baby
watch
Mountain.
the show. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. And I'm sure people listening are like screaming, like,
No.
"You haven't seen the show?"
Well, I didn't see it until we got HBO now, so
You recommend that
yeah,
streaming?
I
Is
do.
it like 10 a month? More?
15.
Well, it's
15's
HBO.
not. And you get new movies that are released about the same time that they're
Oh, I
out to
get
buy.
that.
I only buy it during Game of Thrones season.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you
do you?
can. You don't have to sign like
You
a year
cancel on the-
contract, right?
Yeah,
you can just
No,
come
you
as
can
you
cancel
It's a
anytime.
month-to-month thing.
come as
so-
you want. Sweet.
Yeah.
I might have to do that. Well, I'm going to talk about my experience at the new Palms Waukee Theater. I
Yes.
saw Captain Marvel for a second time there.
Ooh.
Then we'll go into spoilers for Captain Marvel.
Sure.
So just warning to everybody, listen to the theater conversation, and then we'll get into spoilers. Spoilers.
You would have done that
spoilers.
better. Maybe you should do it.
Spoilers.
Do it as Owen Wilson.
No.
Spoilers. I don't know.
Wow, spoilers.
Wow, IMAX. So yeah, the new theater in
Candy bar that
Waukee.
delivers. Wow.
I don't know if you guys ever been in the Fridley theaters. I think they had one downtown a long time ago.
Yeah,
Maybe.
they did.
I don't know if it's the same Fridley, but they have one in Pleasant Hill, which it's Copper Creek. Enjoy that theater a lot. They had one in Ankeny, which I thought was Springwood, maybe. That's gone because they have the B&B bowling theater.
Oh, it's gone now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh.
so I think that's why they were able to invest in all this new, the IMAX screen they offer in Waukee. So it's called the Palms of Waukee. Very, very beautiful theater. They're still constructing it. There's actually workers walking around with headgear on and stuff. So they're still working on it. But there a lot of screens are available, and yeah, it's very very spacious and welcoming. Smells
Pictures
like
looked amazing inside.
Yeah, I couldn't capture exactly what I saw because kind of going ahead, but when we went to the IMAX screen, they have like a lot of blue light in there. So
I saw that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool.
it's so sharp.
Do people
yeah.
know they're open?
I think. Well,
People in Waukee do, but I don't know if everybody else does.
I think a lot of people do. Yeah, I think so.
Because your theater looked pretty empty.
Well, it was noon on a Friday, so that's why I took a half day and I took my kids, which that was the first time for me. So, but couldn't have picked a better theater to go to with them because they had reclining chairs, heated seats.
What?
Yeah.
Heated seats?
Yeah, and headrest adjustments. So you could like do that or that, and trays, which is the only problem with the reclining seats. You got all this popcorn. It's like I'm reclined.
And you either gotta,
So they have these nice trays with a cup holder in them, and you can put all your stuff on there. It was great, and new car smell throughout the whole theater. Like it's just brand spanking new. It's beautiful. Very, very friendly staff and great popcorn.
Did you didn't hear any of like the construction that's going
No,
on in the
no,
other?
no. It was on the other end, and I imagine during the day they keep it low key, just adjusting things. But the IMAX,
He said low key.
low key, low key, low key,
Keep it low-key.
mischievous. Yeah. This is
Back?
what?
No, nothing.
No. Now this is something people probably don't care about, but it's a problem for me when I go to theaters. Like after the movie, I get my refills on drinks and popcorn before I leave.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
It's
smart.
free refills.
Okay.
I have to do it then, or I don't get it. So it's kind of weird when they say enjoy your film, and I just walk out the door.
Thank you.
But anyway, the biggest complaint is like when you go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
especially for a guy, it's like I don't want to put my shit. They have a cup holder on the dividers.
What?
Yeah.
Why would you take your shit in the bathroom?
Well, when you're leaving.
Well, who's gonna hold it?
Well, the person you're with.
What if I'm not with anybody?
Then you go to the bathroom and then you buy your stuff.
No,
Like,
this
you
is
had
after
to-
the theater, after the movie, after the movie.
Well, then you go to the bathroom and then because there's, right? I mean, I feel like we could logically walk through this.
Well, if you're by yourself though, and
Or you don't
you're
want to
leaving.
inconvenience
Yeah.
your people. Hold my shit. I'm gonna go in.
it is a little weird to have a cup holder in there, but it's also I get the reasoning behind it.
I just
think
think
it's like-
germs can still go down in a straw hole, like because it's in the air, right?
Well, it's
So,
high up,
like, you,
so
like-
I don't know. Yeah, it's not in the urinal.
I mean, it's not like he's aiming that
There's a set of-
direction.
The cup holders are on either side of the
It's mounted inside the urinal. Like, good idea. Cup sweat.
so you can drink and pee at the same
Yes.
time.
But yeah, the point is, I like that feature with the cup holder. I think that's cool. And
That's a classy touch.
yes, it is. It sure is.
Wow.
And you know how they have Coke machines now in a lot of theaters?
Yeah.
Where,
Yeah.
they have all the flavors and stuff. I'm not big on those because I always taste something different in my drink.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
They have Pepsi ones. And
What?
they're awesome. Like, you don't taste any difference. It's great. But I didn't know Pepsi made a machine like that.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Huh.
Hasn't
Yeah.
been overly used yet.
Probably not.
Probably. Well, they have like lots of smoothies, and I think they have like coffee for people.
Smoothies, like not ices, but smoothies.
Or ices, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Ices. But they have like tons of flavors, and it's not broke down like Target's. You know how you're like, I want to get an icy, and then the one you want, it's not working. It's all like syrup, whatever. Yeah. They have a restaurant in there, which it
Really?
wasn't open at the time, but it's pretty nice. A lot of waterfall.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's neat.
Yeah. Interior decor.
So it feels like Vegas.
I've never been to Vegas, but
Oh.
no one's crying, so probably not. No.
Did they have palms in the movie theater? Like you
At
walk
the
by.
outside, they have statues. They're
Statues.
shaped like palms.
Nice.
Palm trees. Yeah. It's really damn cool.
So Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be Vegas.
They have an arcade. It's not huge, but they have a lot of cool games. Like a lot of cool themed games. Like they got Ninja Turtles, like
Oh, cool.
classics, and they
Do
got
they have air hockey?
Justice.
Everybody's got to have air hockey.
Yeah.
I think they do.
Okay.
Air hockey's the best.
I'll have to go back and check. But yeah, the IMAX itself, it's so big. That screen is massive. I took my kid's picture with it to get scale, and they're just like, oh my God, it's so big. It's crazy. Awesome screen. Love it. I love it over the Science Center dome.
Oh yeah.
Not to say I'm sure they got some cool stuff, science-y, not like movie-wise,
I've
but
seen a movie there.
I have
was,
too. I don't like seeing movies at the Dome, but I went to a World War II battle strategy thing they had. That was great for that experience. Yeah,
I
because
saw was it the hot?
it was made for like a dome setting.
that. Yeah.
Because we were like over the Earth and they showed the battle.
Oh, cool.
Okay, yeah, that would.
That was cool.
That would
but
be
yeah,
cool.
seeing a movie
Yeah.
that stretches it out and it's not even the full screen. So yeah,
No,
I don't
I-
like it for the movies.
Yeah.
But other things like I think that it's good for. But this IMAX is like more like a movie theater.
It's a flat screen.
It's huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it curves a little bit at the end.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Massive screen and like I said, comfortable chairs, heated seats. I mean, it's nuts.
And a headrest that goes like this.
Yes.
It's perfect.
Like you're
for
nodding.
for
Yes.
my neck problems.
Yeah.
There
Which,
you go.
by the way, if you smell,
Spell neck problems.
if you smell Ben Gay,
It's not me.
This segment's been brought to you by Ben Gay. Ben Gay. If you smell it, it's me.
Megan. Field of Geeks podcast.
have you
We got any cool sponsors this week? Ben Gay.
Not today. There's still some time left, though.
Remember the SNL skit where they would do like terrible advertisements
Oh, yeah.
during the sports?
I tried to interject Jack Link's Little Smoky. Remember that? And
Yeah.
you guys got mad at me for that?
I didn't.
No,
Somebody
you
else.
didn't. I think Steve did because he was worried we were going to get a stop and deceased letter.
Or a big drop off in my driveway.
I was trying to
I don't
promote
want
the Jack
these.
Link's Little Chub. It's just like a big hunk of meat.
And it's called Little Chub.
Yeah. Stop promoting our
Could have
Little
advertised
Chub.
that a lot on the Room commentary
Yeah.
podcast we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
That
Yeah,
was fun.
Mentioned the games, they also have Resident Evil, like 4 shooter.
Oh, no way.
You're kidding.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we're going. So
It's not bad,
Let's
it's
go.
$13 a ticket for the IMAX, but that's like
That's not a bad price.
no, I don't think so at all.
When you're considering that most of it...
I guess it was a matinee price, but still, it can't be too much more than that. But
No.
totally recommend going in there. It's awesome.
what if I just want to go in for the arcade?
Well, you can do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Just bypass the ticket
Yeah.
area
good.
because they have a restaurant. Other people
Because
can
Chuck
be.
E. Cheese just isn't doing it for me.
And they also have a park. Chuck E. Cheese, yeah. I haven't been back.
I feel like I've been to
Showbiz is better.
the operating room, which is okay, and
I've been there.
to
Yeah.
Yep.
Up Down, which is mostly arcade games, but like I like a variety.
Mhm.
So I wish.
Where's the operating room is off of Mill Civic, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what do they call that whole area with Target and all the restaurants and bars?
West Glen.
West Glen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been to Up Down, which is downtown off of, do you recall what street it's on?
It's in the East Village.
Like-
it's
off
next
Locust.
to Woolies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, I've been to Woolies.
But that's a chain. That's not just...
Well, Up Down is?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one in Minnesota, too. I think it's Minneapolis, I want to say.
Okay.
And that one's even bigger than the one that's downtown here.
The operating room is just a local dude, I think.
Yeah.
I think he was a doctor or something, because there's some...
And he likes video games.
Sure.
There's some
expensive
money in
drinks,
those video
too.
games there, though.
What's that?
There's
Ones
some
at the
money.
operating room?
Oh,
They
yeah.
have some nice ones.
Yeah.
No card required? Or...
You
You have to get a game card
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah.
And then you put money on there.
Up Down's the coins, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Tokens, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to check out Up Down. You've been to both, you said?
I've been to both.
What do you
yes.
recommend? Are they both about the same size?
No,
Or are they, one's bigger?
no. So now that they've opened up Down has an upstairs. It's a little bit bigger.
Oh, cool.
But I would probably pick the operating room because that has more of the games that I would play. So I'm not
Right.
like if I go to Up Down, I probably only playing one of two games, which is Pac-Man, or I think they don't have Pac-Man anymore. It's like Pac-Woman, right? Right.
Miss Pac-Man?
It is
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Yeah.
And then Frogger, and then you do have Skee Ball, and so I'll play that.
Sure.
But then, like anything else you want to play, like they have like the Nintendo over in the corner, but that's always full. Someone's
Yeah,
always playing
somebody's
the old
always
school
playing
Nintendo.
that.
Someone's
Like
always
classic
playing
Nintendo, or-
64. Yes.
Yeah.
Someone's always playing Nintendo 64.
Is there a GoldenEye?
Yes.
Is there?
Yep.
So it's like a list of games. I take it when you sign on, you can choose whatever you want
Yeah.
and then go for it. Which I'm sure GoldenEye
Operating
looks.
room has more of like the movie theater gaming.
Yeah, it's more
Yeah,
like sit down.
I see that.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
just don't like their air hockey because it's not like the old school, just one puck. It's like all of these pucks that come.
Yeah, it's not.
Really?
Like
It's
Okay.
yeah,
Interesting.
it's different. It's time now, and it's a very short timer.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
A lot of cool stuff around here, that's for sure. But yeah, definitely check out the Palm Theater. I think you'd really like it.
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
Yeah.
It's a huge building.
Yeah, it's
Holy
massive.
crap.
The IMAX screen itself is big, and I think after the IMAX show, a technician came in. Because you have to check the camera all the
Yeah.
time for the IMAX. So, yeah, it was awesome. Can't recommend it enough.
I
So
wonder how much he gets paid.
For touching a light bulb,
he gets a
pretty
T-shirt. I know that because he had IMAX on the T-shirt.
much. Ooh.
I would like to do something with that theater. I don't know. I just
Was there not any management around there?
there was, but I don't know what to suggest or
Really?
propose. I need you to do that,
want me
or
to do that?
Mitch, somebody.
Sure.
Somebody come up with
You
some
want to
idea.
tag team it?
Sure.
Okay. I'll wear a suit. You wear the skirt.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll find a brooch.
Well, never mind.
I'll find a brooch.
There goes
to
that
wear.
partnership.
I'm kidding. No, we could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to do something. I don't know.
I can talk business.
There you go.
I don't think it'd be too hard. It's just
No.
finding the right person,
Right.
the right manager,
Yeah.
is what's going to be key.
Right. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Cool.
I feel like McDonald's, after that last podcast, should give us something.
We actually got a like on their Twitter,
Did we?
but they probably didn't listen to it because you know
We got a like on their Twitter.
I put at McDonald's in the
Ooh.
notes. So I really went to town on all the ats and stuff.
They liked it.
Yeah.
They need to listen to it. It was I looked at it. It was a whole 8 minutes of McDonald's.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, are you counting the end too? Because that was about McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, that was about McDonald's. No, I didn't count that. So it was almost 10 minutes of McDonald's. then.
Full on McDonald's
Oh, yeah.
regalia.
We really went. We
didn't really diss them. We just dissed
No.
some of the locations.
Which
Yes.
location in particular?
Clive?
So there was a couple of them. Because I feel like I'm a McDonald's connoisseur.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Aren't we all?
I'm a dollar millionaire.
The one in Clive is terrible. The one over by Merle Hay is terrible. The one in Urbandale by Target is really bad.
Really?
Yeah. My favorite one, absolute hands down favorite, is the one where the Hy-Vee grocery store is in Urbandale, kind of over where that strip mall is, where you got Get Air. They make the freshest Big Macs. It's like they did it right
Yeah.
when you asked for it. It wasn't sitting there. It's fresh. The lettuce is fresh. The cheese is melted at the right temperature. It's not like the crusted cheese.
That's why I noticed a lot about them. Their cheese never melts.
Yeah,
Like, is this
this-
cheese I'm eating
You
or
need
is this
to go
something
to-
else?
You need to travel all the way out there and go. That I don't know who manages that place, but they're doing something right because I've never been disappointed with their Big Mac.
Maybe that's a training location. They do have McDonald's training locations set up throughout town.
Maybe. Yeah.
Could be.
Well, they're doing it right.
And we're loving it. Is
Yes.
that still the slogan of McDonald's?
I think so.
No.
Old school.
I'm actually going to leave here and get a mocha frappe. 'Cause
Oh.
I said I wouldn't bring one to the podcast because you weren't here last time, but I got a really bad brain freeze. Like, I cried. It hurt really bad.
Oh.
I gotta say, I
I'm
drink.
so sorry.
I drink black coffee, not for the taste, because I just want to wake up. So I got theirs like Friday or so. It was great. Like it tasted pretty nice. I had to let it cool down because it's like scalding hot temperatures. But yeah, They
Don't
run
sit
a-
it in your lap.
No.
I
Well,
like that chick.
there's a huge misconception about the whole thing. I read about like maybe a year or so ago. Like it got blown out of proportions basically, and it was kind of McDonald's doing to be like, this person's just dramatic. We're good guys. So.
But who knew that if you brewed a bean at a hotter temperature, it releases more of an aroma? I mean, there was some scientific stuff that I didn't know in that.
Well,
I didn't know that.
that is funny you mentioned that because when I had the coffee, I had it downstairs here, and Steph's like, I can smell it all the way up here.
Yeah. If you brew the bean above
Does
140
it make
degrees,
it more caffeinated? Like,
it doesn't do anything with that. It just releases
Stronger.
more of the aroma into the air.
so then what's the espresso, right? So that's supposed to be like, oh, it's supposed to wake you up. What is
Espresso's
that then?
Espresso is no different as far as caffeine goes than it is with a regular cup of coffee. What it is, though, is like your normal grinds are, you can see them. It's like a piece of sand, right? But espresso, it's more like flour powder. And you pound it into a little tiny device, and it's just like super, it's not filtered, so it's just super beany.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Like a burrito.
Yeah, like a burrito.
Super beanie.
Maybe I should go into the coffee making business.
There you go.
Call my shop the
Or-
Super Beanie.
You could be one of those dudes who like travels around and like discovers things like a
Anthony Bourdain.
like a dog. Yeah.
But don't end the way he
Like,
did.
teach people stuff.
Yeah.
You could call it Little Chubs. Welcome to Little Chubs. I'm Mitch. What can I do for you?
Little
Can't do
chub.
that. You have to stay here. You do it. Yeah.
I'll do it here. Yeah.
Field of Geeks could have a coffee shop. There you go.
Yeah. That would be a good name for a coffee shop.
Field of Geeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, get on it. Get some people with some
Our own brand of bean.
It's just Folgers.
So there's
That's all it is.
Under Oath is a band that I was really into for a long time, and they actually, one of the guys has his own coffee company. Like that's what he does.
Is he in Valley Junction?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not here.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He's
Kree.
He's from Florida. No, he's Kree. He's not from here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into the Captain Marvel spoilers, and then we'll call it a day. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, where do you guys want to start? Mitch, you saw it recently. What'd you think? You weren't here last week with us.
You know, I went in and I dropped all my preconceived notions of Brie Larson and just said, okay, I'm going to watch it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not like her? Sorry, I need some background.
No, you're fine. So, I mean, she's come out against a lot of the male population, I should say, to put it nicely.
She's a feminist. Okay.
And it's, I get what she's saying, but the way that it's coming off is one way than I think is intended.
Yeah, the choice of words and how to use them. Like, I get the message and I understand and I respect, but it's like, say it. She talks like she's kind of like in school still.
There needs to be more equality, but the way it comes off is that I don't like men, period. So, regardless of that, I just said, okay, I'm going to go in and see the movie for what it's worth. Mm-hmm. I want to have fun. And I really did enjoy it. I thought some scenes that she acted in were a little stale, but other than that, I liked it. The part that I really laughed at is when she's fighting, is it the Kree?
Skrulls or the Kree?
Which ones are the green guys that shapeshift? Skrulls. Okay, so she's fighting them on the ship, and then one of them like screams, and she goes like that. I busted out laughing. I was just like,
that is Thor too.
Yeah,
you remember that in Thor? On the ice planet, whatever the hell it is.
I mean, that just seems like something typically a normal random Joe would do when they're still kicking ass.
Was good,
I loved Samuel Jackson in that, almost to the point where I thought he maybe stole the show a little bit. Where he picks up the cat and it like eats somebody.
Yeah.
That part I was laughing my ass off when he goes, ah!
That was funny. Yeah.
he uses that as his weapon of choice, like some giant octopus cat.
But then he's dumb enough to put it right to his face.
Yeah.
His eye clawed, which I didn't like the first time I saw it.
I was laughing hysterically. Oh, it'll heal. And then you look back over at the other guy and he's like,
nope.
Shakes his head, nope.
Were you surprised about, I don't know if you're aware of Ben Mendelsohn. He's been a bad guy in pretty much every movie.
Yeah.
Very good actor. Were you surprised about the turn the character took?
Yeah, I was.
I mean, I guess they're all bad guys. They're in war, right?
Yeah.
But he's done with war and he wants his family back and all that and find a home.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes total sense. I mean, there's always two sides to a war. I mean, you know.
I just like their whole rapport.
Yeah, it was funny.
On the cup. It's like, you can't trust everybody.
Yeah. The shape-shifting, you know.
He's like, it takes a certain skill.
And then his wife looks over and she's like, nope. Yeah, that was a complete 180.
He's a great actor.
I was just gonna say that looking back and knowing who he is now, because I didn't look at, I'm like, wow.
Right.
It's cool because he plays two characters. Well,
yeah, he plays his human self,
yes,
and then
he does.
the alien. Yeah.
So if they ever go back in time again, you technically would see his director in there, his Shield director character in there, which would be great. So let's hope, because he didn't kill him, tied him up.
Yeah.
So as they were turning, their characters were turning to good guys. I thought back, like, did they actually harm anybody, other than when they tried to shoot?
Yeah.
That's the only time they tried to shoot Captain Marvel, and she, shot her beam or whatever it is.
Now the one part where I did tear up a little bit though was the Stan Lee cameo.
Yeah.
Reading Mallrats, and she stops and looks over and smiles.
I was so happy for Kevin Smith in that moment.
Yeah,
God. That is such a big thing too, because he loves these movies, and he started referencing all this stuff when it wasn't normal in films, and just to have them like pay a big homage to that, like that was awesome. It's perfect time to do it because they're in the 90s, and actually Kevin Smith did put a video out there saying he didn't know about the cameo long ago. Kevin Feige called him up, and of course he was crying. Kevin Smith was not Kevin Feige. But they needed Kevin Smith's help because they had to manipulate the cameo. It's like, CG elements first, with the script and stuff, and they needed some audio.
Yeah.
So they asked him if he had any old Mallrats outtakes of the lines Stan had in the film. So he provided that to Marvel, and that's what they used. Yeah. So when he's saying "true believer" and rehearsing with the script, that's
But that little smile that she gives to him.
Yeah, that was cool. I know a lot
if
of people
he wouldn't
like,
have
that's
passed
breaking the fourth wall, but like, nah, I get
if
it.
he wouldn't have passed away,
yeah,
you know, I don't think it'd have as much impact. But I think just the fact that he did pass away was touching. For
Well, you also got the teeth in the way in when they replaced all the Marvel action sequences.
Yeah, that was
That'll
cool.
make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. I mean, that's,
yeah.
If I had any.
You do.
You do.
Give it a week.
Yeah.
There'll be a little fuzz.
Everybody has like little hairs. Or do they not have little hairs? I don't know.
I'm an albino bald guy.
I'm not a hairy person.
That's the title of the show. Yeah, I really enjoyed it the second time, Captain Marvel. The first time I had a lot of problems with certain scenes, but it wasn't. A lot of people were saying it was bland. I didn't really get that too much. I didn't like the Fury Eye thing. The second time, I took an account from listening to other people saying like, well, he's a very mysterious guy. He manipulates people. Like with the Avengers, he put the blood on Coulson's Captain America cards to kind of get them to rally up, against the threat. But
I was hoping for more Coulson. And we didn't get as much.
I like what we got.
We
with them in the car, that was great, even though that wasn't Coulson. But, I like that. And I thought they did a pretty good job de-aging him. I want to see more Coulson. I miss Coulson. I think we all do.
God.
He hasn't been in a movie since the Avengers. He's been in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., of course, the TV show. But because his character does live, they bring him back through. And
why they don't put him back in the movies is beyond me.
I think, it's because, unfortunately, you have movie... TV, they're separate.
And you can't.
They don't link up. They don't try to.
Stupid.
I know. I agree. Maybe they'll get it right one of these days. But it's because there's different presidents, and so I think that's what happened. They weren't getting along. Like I think Feige wasn't getting along with the Marvel TV dude.
Yeah.
That's what happened. So I think in the beginning they were linking up a little bit, and then they parted ways. So, but yeah, it was great to see Coulson, and I caught a lot of more '90s reference the second time I saw it. Some of the lines.
Blockbuster was hilarious to see. I busted out at that one.
I miss Blockbuster too. I just miss the whole experience. We luckily have Family Video, and hopefully everyone listening out there has a place where you can still go rent a video old-fashioned way.
Yeah,
you need that experience, just like going to a movie theater,
And the laser tag reference.
Yes,
I missed that. I think when was that? Do you recall?
So when they show up and there's the security guard sitting in his car.
I do know. Yes.
Right, and I guess I should say he goes up to Carol and says like, so the security guard said there's someone walking around like
dressed as laser tag or something.
Prepared to play laser tag.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I actually remember like when you had laser tag, you had to wear that like stupid.
I had the
with the thing.
I played it a couple of months ago up in Minnesota.
They still old school with the guns.
Yeah.
And stuff?
Yeah, where you got the little body and it beeps at you, and
mine was.
You try to turn the gun around to shoot yourself just for fun.
It's like ka-choo, ka-choo. Yeah. It was a cartoon series. I think the one I had was based off of awesome gun, black gun with a red line on it.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the same laser tag or not, but it had a device with a dome and it would light up red. So probably the same thing.
You play it in the dark in your basement, or did I just?
I was the only child, so I think I just put it on like the furniture. I was like, "Bidoo!"
No, they've gotten good now. Laser tag, you have to go to like certain pods within the room to basically recharge your gun, so you can't just endlessly shoot.
It's kind of like Laser X.
Yeah,
I used to have a Merle Hay.
Yeah. Laser X was awesome.
Yeah, they should have kept that. Well, the arcade's gone too. That was a impressive arcade, but yeah, this movie brought me back to the '90s. I'd say, and it didn't like overdo it. I think it was just the right amount. So, what would you rank it with all the Marvel films? Is it up there? Or is it kind of?
I'd say it's up there. It's a strong movie.
Yeah.
Some humor. Some good stuff.
Jude Law's always got to be a damn bad guy.
Why?
I knew in the beginning. He wasn't like I like this guy, and he was like respectful of her because when the other team was like, "Oh, she's gonna be turned to the Skrulls or something," he's like, "She's stronger than you think."
Yeah.
It's like a sexy bad guy though.
Yeah, he's hot.
Yeah, Jude Law gets into so much trouble.
Oh, in real life?
Yeah.
Well, it's just infidelity, right?
Yeah.
Which is bad, I guess, but Well, no, it is bad.
It's just infidelity, right?
It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
kid pops out here and there.
Yeah, whoops. Yeah.
Whoops.
He's got
That's the name.
needs.
Whoops 1, whoops 2, whoops 3. Roger. Yeah.
Him and Eddie Murphy should meet.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy's got more kids, I think.
Eddie Murphy.
And he's not in a Marvel movie, so.
Not yet.
That's like a requirement to get in. Is you have to have like X amount of kids with baby mamas, and then you can be a villain now. It's fine.
The only thing that sucks
Eddie
about
Murphy's transitioned.
Fury losing his eye is just like in the comics, it was like a shrapnel blast grenade, and that's how he lost his eye. But in Winter Soldier, he says, "Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye."
Yeah.
It was like you trusted a cat, I guess, and which wasn't a cat. You knew it wasn't a cat.
Did he though? At
Yeah, because
first?
he held the cat up.
Oh well,
and
yes.
that's when all the
yeah, you're
squid
right. That
things
part
came
happened
out.
first.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he put it right in his face. I'm like, dude, you just saw what this thing did. He just scratches him. But there's a funny thing going around. They took Thanos' face that we saw in the Infinity War. There's a mark. There's a scratch mark on his cheek.
Huh.
So they're like, oh, did a Flurkin do that to him? So I don't know. Might be a little link there. I don't know. I think what got me was like, yeah, he was in pain at first, but then they went back to the house. Like, why didn't you just go get that treated? Because he still had his eye like down, and I'd be freaking out. Like, if it's swollen like that, like, dude, go to the hospital. Why are you having dinner and washing dishes and singing?
He's probably in shock a little bit.
I guess so. 'Cause he still has an eye. In Winter Soldier, he still had an eye. It just all glossed over, and you couldn't see out of it.
Yeah.
So, but the end was kind of cool. How Coulson gave him like a suitcase of ice.
Yeah.
And he's like, "How'd you lose it? Was it a Skrull? Is that what did it?" He's like, "Carry on." Yeah, and he kept the cat as a pet. We never see it in the other films, obviously.
No.
So I wonder if they'll ever.
I like the little nod to how they got the Avengers initiative, though.
Yeah,
From the airplane. That was
first
pretty
viewing,
cool.
I thought that was really pushed, but second viewing, I was
Makes more
able to
sense.
forgive a lot. I think it just had a lot of hype for the first time, and everything clicked for me the second time I saw it. I don't know, even her acting, like I get it because
Now you under.
her character just.
I think she's just like that.
They're trying to capture. She's trying to get her memory back. You know, so I totally get that. And then when the Star Force, I wish we would have got more of them, but knowing that they're bad guys now, like I guess not. That's okay. But when they were coming back for her, when they knew she was going to Earth, they referred to was it like World 53 or something like that?
Oh, I
They
know.
called it
Yeah.
like that, and
I don't think it was 53 though.
what was it? 54? Studio
It was
54?
yeah. It was something though.
Anyway, one of the female Star Force members said, "Oh, I've been there once. It's a shithole." And she was there when Jude Law killed Marvel. So that's what she was basically. That was like a nod to things to come. I didn't really get that the first time, but
Yeah.
I dug Star Force, what we got from them.
C-53.
C-53. I had 53 right,
You
though.
did have the 53.
Yeah?
Yeah.
C-53. Yeah, it was a really good film, I thought, and
I kind of knew she was gonna let him live. Jude Law's character.
you did.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean that was her mentor.
I thought they were going to duke
so-
it out, and then
That she was gonna kill him.
well, it
No,
kept
she's not
going
gonna
on.
lose.
I'm like,
yeah.
I think she's just going to blast him, and that's what she did.
So-
And he just drug her, or she just drug him back to the ship and then launched it.
She still has a soft spot. So then, like, is he gonna come back? Like, is this because he's alive?
Yeah, there's kind of some foreshadowing.
I like how they didn't, I think they've maybe learned from their villains. They've killed a lot of villains that could have been cool to see more of. So I think they're learning from that, trying to be more like the comics. Like, there's another chapter someday,
Yeah.
Yeah.
leaving it open.
Yeah. I could see why she wouldn't kill him. It makes sense to me, but
But still have a problem with the Avengers thing. And I get it because they did the Avengers before this and they had to come up with a way. But, he had the beeper. It's like, when you beeped when you had all these people above
yeah. So
you?
that's the part I guess I didn't understand because I didn't know it was related to that. And then like I need to go back and watch, I think the last movie because I don't remember. Does he give that to them and that's why they have it, or I don't remember.
What, the
Well,
beeper?
remember they
Beeper, yeah.
So they must have found it when they were going to look for Fury. Because remember
Oh, you're talking about
gets,
the after credit scene?
Yeah.
because he gets dusted and Beeper's on the ground, so I'm guessing that they have a question as to what it actually does.
Because they were in.
And did he maybe alert? Because she shows up.
Yeah, but that's after they've already put it in and had it going.
The message was received, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Infinity War, and then her logo popped up, and it's like, okay, that's her.
Yeah.
So
But my guess is it took a little while to get back from whatever.
power kept dying, so they were just trying to revert power, and then they turn around and she's right there.
Yeah.
And it looks like they might have aged her up. There's some controversy now with the Avengers trailer, the newest one. She's made up a little bit more, and of course people.
Oh,
are like,
with makeup?
yeah, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
how dare she needs makeup now? It's like, well, she's
Did you
just like
ever
anybody.
have a fear that she was going to lose her power? Because I did.
Oh, in the movie?
Well, when
Yeah.
she
A
had
little bit. Once I
Yeah.
realized what the node was doing, then
yeah, like when they said it could be taken away, and then they put her into that.
that goop.
Yeah, and then I love that scene though when she like overpowers it and breaks off, and then she just lights up with the eyes
Yeah.
and stuff. I love the mask with the mohawk. I think that's a cool look.
Yeah.
I don't think at the end she had that mask anymore, but I thought it was a nice touch. I like masks. Marvel doesn't do masks. If you notice, they don't really go that far. I guess they're kind of silly, but still, they made it like how it's functionable for battle and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But I kind of agree with you in the sense that when he was alive, before he vanished, or whatever we're calling that, why, I mean, you knew this was happening, why didn't you call for her then? Like,
Well,
you know?
maybe.
Well, we don't know the timeline that they're in yet.
Oh, that's true. We
What
don't.
with Avengers?
Yeah, because there's so many different timelines in Endgame right now that we don't know when Nick Fury started that pager thing. Or we have an idea based on the fact that he was put into ground toast, but other than that, we don't know, how far.
You mean if you misplaced it over the years or something? Because
be, or
if you
maybe-
go in order. He got this
Yeah.
in the 90s.
Right.
Avengers happened way after that. He had the eye patch and the bald head, the goatee, like the look he has now. There's no pager in that one. I get why there isn't, obviously, because they didn't write this yet. But the thing is, like in Avengers, she said emergencies only. Well, that was like, and he didn't know the Avengers would come together like they did. That was kind of like a.
My guess is that this was like a last minute desperation.
And
We're
it's
pressing
fine.
the nuclear
It's fine.
buttons.
It's just a nitpick.
Yeah.
I totally get it. They just didn't have it written. I understand how it works. You're trying to put everything together, and of course, you're going to have some of those inconsistencies. Like, why not then?
Right.
All these other times. They have that problem now with the solo films. Why don't you just call the Avengers? Why do we have to?
Yeah.
Go through all this. And Ant-Man poked fun at that. Mm-hmm. It's like, I think the first thing we should do is call the Avengers. It's the only problem when you have that big team.
Yeah.
It's like, well, when you just call them every time you had a situation to fix.
Well, that's just it. If you did that, then you wouldn't have a movie.
I know.
You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
When does Spider-Man come out again?
July.
Oh, it's too long. That one I'm really excited for.
And I don't know if that's before or after Infinity War, because someone suggested that it's actually Mark
You mean
Bernardin.
Endgame?
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is
Oh,
I don't know
you mean the
when-
Okay, yeah, I got
Far
you.
From Home. I don't know if it takes place before Infinity War or after
You want
Endgame.
to talk about a series of movies that is going to play a mind fuck on you? That's it right there.
Yeah.
Someone suggested that bus scene in Infinity War was them coming back from the trip, so it would be before. But we'll see. I mean, after Endgame, we'll know. I think we all pretty much know they're all going to come back mostly.
It might have been way before because he's already been a part of. You're right. Because that's where he meets Fury, is when he's out overseas. And I guess we don't know if they've ever met before. Mm-hmm. I think it's before.
Could be.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm gonna play around on the interweb. We'll see
Yeah.
what
Do
the
that.
web says.
Next show we'll get into it.
I love my piece of paper.
Timeline narrative.
Is there anything else you want to talk about the film? Spoilers? Any more thoughts? Marvel, I wish they would have dove into that more.
Yeah.
That's a big character in the comics, I guess. But I liked Annette Bening. I thought she was fine as a part, and I like how the intelligence takes a form of someone you respect, admire, but she didn't know who that was. So
Yeah.
that was interesting how they did that.
I will say that I felt like the dull moments that people are referring to are just part of her character. I think it's just part of who she is. I don't think it's necessarily the acting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's not wooden. She's got a lot of
I think it's just the
good chemistry with
character.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's humor there. A lot of things, especially with when she finally knows what happened and she's crying and hugs her friend, and the rapport with her and the girl. Like, oh, that was cool stuff.
And I can say that having seen her in other things, that I know that.
I've only
Oh,
seen,
yeah.
I've only
Yeah.
seen her in 21 Jump Street. I haven't seen that movie she did, Room.
Yeah.
The Room was really, really good. Yeah. Holy crap.
It's a hard watch. Too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think that's probably why I haven't seen it yet. It's like I
Don't watch it with your children.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
No, I will not do that. I would have liked more of the light speed jet scene. I think that would have been cool. I loved what we got, but I really wanted to see them take off and just kind of fly around, and then that threat comes. But I get, chronologically it would have been a better film, but she had amnesia, so you kind of had to tell it like that, and I get it. But it would have been nice to see her as a kid, all those beats, it's like played out versus a flashback. It is funny though how when people they kind of screwed up the flashback in a way because she wouldn't be able to see herself. You know what I'm saying? Like someone goes in your brain to your past, it's your POV. Mm-hmm. You're not going to see yourself. Yeah. But they just probably did that because it's a movie. I get it, but it's just a nitpick. It's just funny. They do that a lot when they go back in someone's mind. You'll never see yourself.
Yeah, no, you only see point of view. Yeah,
it's all like,
is she seeing herself or is she playing herself? Because she's talking.
Oh, like she's reliving those moments.
Yes, because she's like, remember, she's like, do you hear that?
You're right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't necessarily know its point of view.
I love that.
Living that.
They were when they first put her in that thing, the Skrulls. Yeah. They're like, oh, go back. She tries to eject, and then they pull her right back in.
Yeah, that was cool.
Look at the coordinates. Look in the coordinates.
And actually, if I can go back even further, I think there was a point where she opens her eyes, and it is like she is herself seeing the other people. But I think for for a cinematic point of view, you have to kind of show the elements around you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then
I'm going to debunk that right now, John.
You can see the Kree. Yeah, that's good. That makes sense. You can see the Kree programming when they put the Skrull in shooting Marvel. So all that was cool, and how she got her powers, shooting the engine, and then that slow-mo scene.
That was cool.
IMAX really brought all that stuff out. It was awesome. Good film. I liked it more the second time. Some films take...
They do.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
It's not terrible at all. So, yeah, I forgave a lot of it the second time. I was able to just have fun. My kids loved it. I have 3 girls, so it was fun. Good times we live in, Wonder Woman's coming out. Wonder Woman 2, whatever you call it. I guess they said it's going to be a standalone, not necessarily a sequel.
Good.
So,
okay.
A lot more movies to cover this year.
Yeah.
Hard to believe. X-Men Dark Phoenix.
For the next coming months, we'll see how that all plays out.
Yes.
Yeah, Dark Phoenix will be interesting to see if that's just more of a throwaway movie or if it actually holds ground in futures.
There's some stuff that looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mystique's makeup's not looking good.
No.
Wow, they just gave up.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
I haven't even seen. Did you post that?
I think I did.
I
don't remember. We posted something on our page about all these how they've changed the Hulk over the years, and Mystique, and holy crap, Mystique, you can definitely tell.
Yeah, it's just kind of a throwaway.
I get Hulk
she was
though.
Like
Hulk,
really blue,
like really vibrant blue,
scaly, and now it's just kind of like birthmarks with a very pale
blue.
Yeah. It's because it's Jennifer Lawrence. If it was just a unknown actor,
right?
But I haven't been keeping up. But I thought she was dead, based off of that other trailer. I
think that's pretty much.
You kind of get the feeling.
I don't know why they would put that in a trailer, but okay.
I think it's because it's a throwaway movie. This is the last Fox movie of X-Men.
The Disney Fox deal, I think, is final.
Yeah.
Now. So pretty much it's going to be one and done.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
I think I'll see it.
Oh, I'll probably see it. Yeah.
I definitely want to talk about it.
A lot of power behind that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like
it just looks like a big retread of Last Stand. That's what my problem is. It's like, why go there again when we didn't really like that time? Yeah, I like the space element. They go into space, and that's how she gets the powers. That's kind of cool. You can tell Nightcrawler how he can morph or biff back and forth. They duct taped a space helmet on him. Maybe the budget's that low. I don't know, but no, but it was like a last minute thing you could tell in the still. Like they just like, we got to biff you to that space shuttle.
Yeah,
here's a space helmet and duct tape. But yeah, I'm liking the X suits. Just don't get too attached, basically, because MCU is just gonna.
Yeah, it'll change.
Reset everything. And I think,
is she cast to play in it?
A lot of people are like, no, they'll start all new actors. I don't think necessarily that would be true.
So then what is Jennifer Lawrence doing? Because then if she doesn't have a role in this next film, or maybe she has like she's a flashback role.
Could be.
But
I think they're redoing, like, you're never going to have
Mystique
flashbacks and stuff. Like, they're starting from scratch. But they can still use the same actors if they want. They've done that with Judi Dench and James Bond. Totally different Bond setting.
Same M.
Different, but a different M in a way too. She was.
Speaking of Bond, before we wrap this
Yes.
up, have we heard anything more on that? I mean, do we know who's going to play? Because
Craig.
Craig is back
Last
for this
Bond.
one.
It's his last Bond.
But we don't know who's after that.
Yeah.
And we did talk weeks ago, but
Can we put a poll up? Let's put a poll up.
Okay.
a pull up.
Yeah, on who's going to play Bond.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, for the one after this next
Yeah.
one, or who would they like? To
I mean,
play Bond?
GQ's already done it, and they've already listed their people.
Really?
And I'm not saying that I disagree with some of them.
Jude Law,
He wasn't on the list.
too old.
No.
Now, this just actually dropped in the middle of our podcast.
Ooh,
Ray Fisher.
breaking news.
Yeah. Ray Fisher won't return as Cyborg in the DCEU solo movie is not happening.
Are
What?
they just dead? Are they just dying?
Go into it, though.
I mean,
Go in the articles.
who's going to be left? Their
I
series.
don't know.
I think they were going to give him a film, and after Justice League, they're like, no, we're not going to do that. Because the original cut of Justice League really featured his character heavily. His mom was part of it. A lot of big things for that character. And I thought he was one of the highlights of Justice League, what we got. I love the scenes where it slowed down. The apartment scene with his dad and learning his powers. We would have got more of that, more of a flashback of him playing football and before the accident, you know.
Yeah, it sounds like they just have no interest in the character anymore. According
okay.
to
Ray Fisher?
according to a source in the
Damn, that's terrible. If that's true, that's terrible.
If true, terrible, yeah.
So
He's a good
then,
actor.
Yeah.
So stupid. Well, if you watch Doom Patrol, which is on right now on the DC Universe app, they have Cyborg on there now, a different actor, different version of Cyborg. So I don't know if they're just trying to not have too much like conflicting, like people won't understand. They're different. I don't know. Hard to say.
So much for Justice League. They really gave it a go, didn't they?
They really did. They gave it one go.
And zero shits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens.
You can play this superhero, and then in 2 years you can't play it anymore.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
They're finding their ground. They're doing what Marvel did in the beginning, and they could still get there.
It's
But-
hard for someone who's watching it now to kind of wrap your head around it as it evolves. Not to say that it couldn't evolve into something great and they finally figure it out and now they've got a great cast and now they're going to start from here, but they're like way behind.
Yeah.
It's still canon though because they mentioned Steppenwolf and Aquaman, so Justice League still happened so far.
Just with all new characters going forward.
Yeah.
Or all new actors
You know what? You
going
can
forward.
recast. That's okay.
Well, so far you've got Batman out,
I'll put
Cyborg
start
out,
putting X's on this poster.
Yes, you should.
the Flash questionable. Yeah.
Maybe. So
So
we know Jason's staying and what's her name? Greta.
Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was close.
Greta.
Gerda.
I was just thinking Big
She
Gretel.
just
No, I'm
Travolta
kidding.
the name.
Yeah.
I knew it started with a G.
You're
Greta
close.
Wilson is Wonder Woman. Who's that? Did you hear the latest podcast? They broke some news.
Yeah.
Greta. Well, that's all I really have, guys. You guys have any recommendations for people to watch, read?
Not this week.
Plum out. Just go see Captain Marvel.
There you go.
Yeah.
Palm out. Yep.
I concur.
Yes.
Google it.
Go right now. Concur or palm?
Both, apparently.
Well, we'll be back next week. We may have a special guest, correct?
Quite possibly, yes.
Ooh.
Ambrose
Yeah.
from
Going
the
back?
band
Holy White Hounds.
Holy White Hounds.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, party on, dude. I don't know. With that said, I'm Josh.
I'm Megan.
I'm Mitch.
Peace out.
Bye, everybody.
Google it.
Yep.